So I know when I was drinking and drugging, I was just really miserable, blaming everyone else for all of my problems, carrying a heavy burden of all of my mistakes, and not knowing not knowing about what to do and where to go. Today's topic from the daily reflection is self-searching. So to really dig down and find the root of the problem, I had to begin to assess my situation, but I had to hit rock bottom in order to really realize I needed to make a change in my life. Or at least I wanted to make a change in my life. I didn't know if I was accepting enough to make a change in my life. In other words, I had to do some real searching, soul searching, and tell myself, Chad, look, this is enough. How much more damage do you need to do? How much more fucked up things do you have to do? How much more problems need to happen in your life? How far much more down in the hole do you need to go? Where do you want to go from here? Do you want to make a change, or are you going to stay like this the rest of your life? Because the only place you're going is a worse place than where you're at right now, and you're probably going to end up dying. And when you end up dying in a shitty place where you're at, man, with drugs and alcohol, maybe getting in a car accident from drinking and drugging and are self-medicating, who else are you going to hurt, right? You're not hurting only yourself, you're hurting your family, your friends, the people in your life. So I really need to look at myself and see. I had to look in the past as part of my step 4. I had to look in the past, and I had to find out what were the problems. I had to reassess all of those things that happened in the past, and I had to make a choice if I wanted to change. But no one can make a change without doing some self-searching. And when self-searching becomes a habit, then you're able to admit and accept what you find. Then you can go into acceptance. And I remember I did. All the people that told me, they say, Chad, you have a problem. And I was like, man, fuck you, dude. I ain't got a problem. I like to drink. I like to have fun. I like to party. That's who I am, right? My former wife, she says, Chad, you need to stop drinking. You need to do this, And I was like, don't tell me shit, dude. I don't have a problem, Everything's fine with me. You got a fucking problem, You married me. This is the way I was when you married me, right? So why do you want me to change? I had a boss that came up to me. Hey, Chad, you ever thought about looking into AA? And I'm like, why in the fuck would you even mention AA? Like, what does that have to do with me? Like, I do a good job, But I can tell, looking back at it now, that people knew that there was something wrong with me. My depression, my attitude, they could tell I was going through a lot of pain and suffering. I think people generally wanted to help, but they really didn't know how to help. Because the only person that can really help is me. I have to make the choice. I have to do enough self-searching, right? And I'm so sick of being sick, and I'm so sick of all the pain in my life that I choose to make a change. You know, in my case, I chose to walk into an AA room. You know, I chose to read the big book. And I did see a lot of similarities in my life after I read the big book, and it made a lot of sense to me. But anyway, that's my take on self-searching. If I don't look inside, if I don't look inside and see what's really going on and ask myself questions, then I'm not going to be able to achieve those next levels. I'm not going to be able to move on from that. And I'm not going to be able to get sober, much less able to ask for help. Keep coming back. It works if you work it.